Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. I am so thrilled to have you here today. Look, if there's one thing keeping business leaders up at night right now, it's cybersecurity. So in this session, our main goal is to completely demystify managed cybersecurity services for Indian businesses. We're going to cut through the noise, break down the complexities, and look at exactly what it takes to protect your data in today's wild digital landscape. So let's dive right in. I want you to ask yourself, and be completely honest here, is your business truly ready for the next wave of cyber threats? Because as India's digital economy just absolutely skyrockets, the risks are scaling right up there with it. This isn't just a headache for massive tech giants anymore. It is a daily, very real threat for every single growing business out there. To get us to a place of confidence, we've got a clear roadmap today. We'll start with India's growing threat, move into the in-house struggle, explore the managed solution, navigate the compliance maze, and finally wrap up with your action plan. All right, part one, India's growing threat. We're looking at the escalating risks in the digital economy. And man, things are escalating fast. Whether you're running a hospital, a bank, or a scaling tech firm, you are in the crosshairs right now. We're talking incredibly sophisticated ransomware, relentless phishing scams, and complex insider threats. And you know what's crazy? Some of the biggest data leaks lately just come from simple cloud setup mistakes, literally just leaving the digital front door wide open. Then you've got API attacks, where hackers basically sneak in through the pipes connecting your apps, and supply chain breaches, where they compromise a vendor you trust to get to you. A single hit from any of these can bring your entire operation to a grinding halt. Honestly, old school, once-a-year security checkups, completely obsolete. You need continuous, always-on defense. Which brings us to Section 2, the in-house struggle, or basically why doing it all yourself is failing. If you're feeling the immense pressure of trying to build a homegrown cyber defense, trust me, you are not alone. It's incredibly difficult. Which kind of begs the question, why is doing it yourself getting so hard? You know the threats exist, right? So why is there such a massive gap between wanting a secure network and actually pulling it off? Well, the resource drain is just massive. First off, hiring and training costs are through the roof. And trying to find a genuine senior cybersecurity expert right now, it's harder than finding a unicorn in traffic. Even if you do find them, think about 24/7 monitoring. You literally need to hire 3 full shifts of highly paid experts just to cover nights and weekends. Add in the fact that the threat landscape changes daily, and your security tools need nonstop, expensive updates. It's a huge financial mountain to climb. Plus, your team ends up completely exhausted from constant alert fatigue. The source material sums this up perfectly. Quote, "Honestly, for most companies, keeping everything in-house just isn't practical." Unquote. So if you've been feeling totally overwhelmed by internal security demands, take a deep breath. Realizing that the DIY approach has hit its limit is a completely normal business reality right now. Okay, moving to Section 3, the managed solution. This is all about transforming security from a major struggle into a real business asset. So just to make sure we're all speaking the same language here, managed cybersecurity services are outsourced solutions that give you 24/7 monitoring, threat detection, incident response, and deep expertise. Think of it like hiring an elite private security force for your digital perimeter, all available as a service. It is infinitely less complicated than trying to build and manage that specialized team yourself. Now, what's really interesting here is the contrast. Just look at the in-house model. You're buying expensive gear, bleeding money on hiring costs, and the second your staff logs off for the day, you're vulnerable. But managed services, they completely flip the script. You get scalable cost savings, instant access to battle-tested specialists, fast threat detection, and true 24/7 eyes on glass. You're basically trading operational exhaustion for total flexibility. All right, Section 4, the compliance maze. Keeping your business running and regulated. Now, this is where a managed partner is an absolute game changer. It's not just about stopping hackers anymore. It's about navigating the law. When you're dealing with heavy global standards like ISO 27001 or SOC 2, or local Indian rules from the RBI and CB, a managed provider actually steps in to run regular reviews and keep your paperwork in perfect order for audits. And for strict new laws like India's DPDP Act, they actively help you fix vulnerabilities and build out your business continuity plans. Being proactive like this doesn't just save you from massive fines, it builds incredible trust with your customers. Okay, the final part, Section 5, your action plan, transitioning with confidence. Knowing you need managed services is one thing, but how do you actually make the switch smoothly? Well, here is your 5-step blueprint. Step 1, figure out exactly where you stand. Find your weak spots. Step 2, set your goals. How much support do you actually need? Step 3, pick your partner and heavily scrutinize their track record. Step 4, turn on that 24/7 monitoring across your network, endpoints, and the cloud. And step 5, this is absolutely crucial, do not set it and forget it. The threats evolve every single day, so your security plans have to evolve with them. Now, if you're sitting there wondering, am I really ready for this step? Look at this checklist. Does your IT team lack dedicated security pros? Are compliance demands just piling up on your desk? Do you have way too many alerts and nobody to investigate them? What about a remote workforce that's expanding your attack surface? If you're nodding along to several of these pain points right now, yeah, it's for sure time to make a change. But a quick warning here, not all providers are created equal. When you're vetting a partner, you've got to ask the hard questions. Do they truly understand compliance? Do they have a dedicated 24/7 security operations center? And most importantly, do they have real-world experience in your specific industry? You don't want a vendor who just reactively plugs holes. You want a strategic partner who's going to stand by you long-term. To put that real-world experience into perspective, check out this number, 850 plus. That is the number of actual, real-world cybercrime cases investigated by the team at Lumiverse Solutions. That is exactly the kind of battle-tested authority and deep knowledge you want in your corner when things hit the fan. Or how about this one, 1,500 plus? That represents the number of rigorous cybersecurity audits Lumiverse has conducted. They aren't just guessing at what works. They have the proven data and the track record across highly regulated industries to make sure your business stays secure. So I want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought. Are you building true business resilience, or are you just blowing up your budget trying to plug holes, basically waiting for the next attack? The hackers aren't going to wait for you to be ready. It's time to take control. Reach out to a trusted, proven provider like Lumiverse Solutions and start building a smarter defense today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Stay secure and keep learning.